Thanks, weirdos. Thank you. I'll do what you want to do, right? Whatever. I'll tell you something I do that's dumb. You want to hear it? You ever do something really dumb? You know it is, and you can't stop doing it? I have one now. I've got to stop doing this. Whenever anyone talks to me who has a foreign accent, like who asks me directions or something, I don't know why, but I suddenly turn into an American Indian. I start talking, yes, go bus. Off 44. See building, big like Buffalo. And I scream. I think people with accents are hard of hearing. I scream. It's like people, why is it when people call long distance, they yell? My mother does that. She doesn't know how the telephone works. David! I always tell her, will you whisper? Whisper. Wouldn't life be horrible if we couldn't whisper? Can you imagine if you could not whisper? Like you'd be at a party. Yeah, I'm married. The ugly one with the wart right next to me, that's her. Why not? Animals can't whisper. You never heard a dog go, Anyway, I'll tell you something. I did something so embarrassing. I don't know how I got into this. A man recognized me, and I like people to recognize me. I saw him on the Tonight Show. It's very nice. And he came up to me. He was from Texas, and he happened to be very big. Oh, terrific, terrific. Alamo. Okay. So anyway, he was the stereotype, real big. He had been on the road. He's a salesman for 2 months. He was very lonely. He was telling me how lonely he is. He misses his family. And he took out a picture of his kids, and he showed it to me, and I sneezed on it. And I didn't know what to do. I want to take out a picture of my mother. Here, spit on her, anything. Let's be even. Well, why do people show you pictures that are kids anyway? I had a friend, and this is just my opinion. I know it's against American tradition, but just listen to it. A friend of mine had a baby recently. His wife did. Moose Caruso, a friend I grew up with. Yeah, the Moose. Nicknames, Philadelphia, where I'm from. Everyone has nicknames, you see. I'll tell you the best nickname. You want to hear the best in the world? There is a fellow living in my hometown, has nothing physically wrong with him. But for some reason, since he's a kid, I don't know why he does this. No one ever figured it out. He keeps his head like this. He walks like this. He talks like this. He eats like this all the time. He dances like this. His head is always like this. And his nickname is 10 after 6. And they used to threaten him. They used to say, how'd you like to be 8:45? But anyway, my friend Moose had a baby. And it's a great occasion. I drove down to the city to see him, and it was fine. I talked to Mrs. Moose and everything wonderful. And then, you know when you go out in the hall, they call you out in the hall for the viewing. They open the curtain, and you look through the glass. Now, maybe it's because I'm a bachelor, folks, but I think babies are ugly. Oh, with those pinched faces and the fingers moving 100 different ways. And everyone stands around going, isn't he cute? I mean, come on. Suppose you met a grown-up who looked like that. Hi, how are you? Hi, you know. They're scary. If someone swung something like that in front of my window at night, I'd have a heart attack. And I didn't know what to say to the wife because I didn't want to lie, but I didn't want to hurt her feelings. She said, what do you think? I said, oh, he'll probably grow. And at the hospital, I was watching something interesting. Doctors. I watch doctors. They walk important. You ever see doctors walk? They walk. Important. They go into the men's room. Go in the men's room? Yeah, let's go in the men's room. Okay, important. And I figured out that doctors are the biggest egotists in the world. And I'll tell you why. When you're in a restaurant, you only hear this announcement. Table for 4 ready for Dr. Gittleman. You never hear table for 6 for Plumber Williams. Right? Unemployed Howard, we got your booth in the back. You want to move it? And doctors can park anywhere, especially in New York. On call, doctor, they can park on a person. It's okay, a doctor. There are some students in New York City going to medical school just to get parking spaces. Did you know that? Really, it's not like here in Los Angeles. It's great here. You can park within 2 blocks of wherever you're going. Did you ever go to New York? If you're going to visit someone, you're driving there, who lives on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, and you see a spot in Connecticut, you pull in. Right? And in my building in New York City, it's $90 a month for parking. They attach it to your rent. That's true, $90 a month. If you have a car, it's $140. We don't have cars in New York. You don't need cars. Out here, you need cars. I mean, did you ever see the bus system out here? There isn't any. They con the people. They don't have buses. They have benches. Every 3 blocks, they put a bench. And with skeletons hanging on the bench, a bus coming, ever a bus. They have one bus. July 4th, they bring it out of the barn. Everyone applauds. Yay! They push it back. And if you're lucky and you get the one bus, did you ever ride a bus in the city? I swear the bus driver doesn't have a special route that he follows. Have you ever been on a bus? Here's the driver. Hey, there's a beautiful street. I never saw that. And I can't drive out here. It's impossible. I just came, and don't applaud. I came from San Francisco. So don't applaud. All right, good. Applaud for Texas. Don't applaud. No, it's good, good. All right, knock it off. All right. I came San Francisco there, and I never drove in San Francisco, but there you don't get, you know you're lost, right? If you come to water in front of you, you know you're lost. You drive around till you don't see any water, you have a chance. Here in L.A., you get on that freeway, make one little mistake, you're in Guam. And I had to tell you, a man got me so good, a great joke he played on me. I love when, you know, you come from the big city, you think you know it all. This was a small town right outside. I was trying to come, to NBC, and I got lost. And I drove up, I saw a man, looked very straight, suit, tie, the whole number, everything. So I figured, oh, he's going to give me the right answer. So I asked him, I said, excuse me, how do I get back on the freeway? I don't know how I fell for this. It's so dumb. He said, all right, here's what you do. It's very simple. Go to the last stop sign and make a right. I said, okay, thanks. I'm driving. 45 minutes. All of a sudden I start thinking, how do you know when you're at the last stop sign? Thank you.